when I was in my early 20s, I did a lot of good stuff and a lot of really stupid stuff as well. So got my degree, lived in California for a few years. I got engaged and unengaged, and pretty much I was more interested in what I was going to do on a Friday night than what I was going to do with my life. But the one thing that was constant was drinking, and boy was I good at that. Whether it was the wasted Wednesdays or the back it up Sundays or the essential Friday and Saturday night bender, drinking was always there. But for me, I just felt like it didn't fit right. You know, I was drinking every weekend, but it wasn't getting me where I wanted to be in life. And I always thought to myself, you know, there must be another way. So before I get on to, that other way, I'll set a bit of a context for where we are now. So everybody knows it's, taken 10,000 hours to become an expert at a skill. So, playing golf or playing an instrument. So if you were like me and you grew up with alcohol at the centre of every social experience and you drank just 2 days a week, by the age of 28, which I am now, you'd have clocked up 10,000 hours of drinking. So we're literally creating a culture of drinking experts. We've created a drinking culture where alcohol is at the centre of every social experience we have, from our births to our deaths and everything in between. So I'm not here to say that's a bad thing. It's just the way things have developed over the past couple of centuries. It's the culture we've inherited. But it's a culture that means that many of us don't have a good answer to the question, what did you do last Sunday morning? I've got a few ideas for how it came about, and I was meant to have something set up by Stephen, which clearly has not happened. But so if you're looking firstly to take on a social issue, then there isn't much bigger than the way we use alcohol. And the important thing is, alcohol's not the problem. Everybody knows that. But it's the way we use it that is. Alcohol has a value and it has a purpose for all of us. And, that's what I want to understand, the why. So I actually couldn't give a shit what you drink and how much you drink. I want to understand why you drink and why you drink and the reasons as a country that we spend over $15 billion a year on alcohol. So my friends I bought are the Icon. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer, and the best cold beer is Vic. The most well-known slogan in Australia. But what is it telling us? It's telling us that you deserve this beer. You've worked hard for it. This is something that you should enjoy and you should have every day after work. The second one, this was one of my favourites. Real friends, real bourbon. So Jim Beam's telling us, this is the drink to have with your best mate, but much more than that, I am your best mate. And the last one has no slogan, but a very clever man created this to get females drunk very, very quickly. So when I look back on how I used to drink, getting drunk wasn't a choice. It was totally an expectation I put on myself and the people around me, and probably still do sometimes. I drank for confidence, I drank to fit in, and I drank to deal with issues in my life. But coming back, what if there was another way? So what if confidence didn't cost 10 schooners? I asked myself, what would a world without hangovers actually look like? So what would a world look like where the quality of my weekend wasn't actually measured by how drunk I got, but how much I actually challenged myself to see, do, and feel more? A world where I didn't need alcohol to be confident, and I sure as hell didn't need alcohol to be an Australian. I work for an organisation now called Hello Sunday Morning, and we actually challenge people to believe in that idea every single day. So our thought is that alcohol is something that we can all enjoy, but it's not something that we should all need. And as of today, tens of thousands of people have joined Hello Sunday Morning to believe in that idea. But all of them have committed, just like I did, to a 3-month break from drinking, really simple. But what they also committed to was to creating that life that revolved around living, not that life that revolved around drinking, which so many of us have. So one lady that does Hello Sunday Morning, her name's Julia. So she's a young mum, and she was at a family barbecue, and she wrote this in her blog. And her 7-year-old daughter came up to her and said, "Oh, Mum, let's play a game." And Julia jumped up and said, "Yep, what do you want to play?" And her daughter looked at her like, "What the hell?" And she looked down at her daughter and said, "Why the hell are you looking at me like that?" And she goes, "Oh, well, normally I ask if you want to play a game and you say, 'Oh yeah, after I finish my drink,' and then you never do. So I'm just so happy that you're actually going to play, and I'm a bit surprised." So heartbreaking, obviously, for her. So for us, this is where Hello Sunday Morning fits. It's the personal stories. We have a country and we've always had this message of drink responsibly. And the drink responsibly message has no value, has no call to action, no purpose. We need those stories. So all I'm asking of you is not asking you to stop forever. I'm definitely not asking you to stop tonight. But I'm asking you to take one period in your life where you take 3 months off drinking. All up, it's 1% of your life. And if we can't take 1% of our lives off drinking, then we've got some pretty big questions to ask ourselves. Thank you.